So they did it again. The feds raised the benchmark rate by another 75 basis points, or 0.75 of an interest rate point, which is another historic rate hike, just on the heels of the one in June. Hi friends, Mary Howard here with There's No Place Like Home NC, Red Boots Realty, powered by eXp Realty. Welcome back to the channel where I provide educational information for buyers and sellers who are thinking of buying or selling a home in the Charlotte, North Carolina region. I have made a career of helping people and have become an expert in the real estate field. But I do that by learning and experiencing everything I can while staying in my lane. I know that I am not an attorney, a home inspector, an appraiser, or a lender, and I will very quickly tell anyone that asks a specific question outside of my expertise that that isn't my playground, and we should consult with someone who is an expert in the field and get real-time information and current answers. So last month when I recorded the interest rate hike video and was addressing what the hike will do to the real estate market, I told you that it would do nothing directly to the market. Everything would be an indirect effect, that it would impact how much it will cost you to borrow. And at that time, the mortgage rates did increase when the feds raised the basis points by 75 points, and those rates increased to 6%. So fast forward to now, the feds raise the benchmark price again, another 75 basis points. My conventional thinking, I'm assuming the mortgage rates are going to increase too, right? Well, knock me over with a feather, because that's not what happened. I started getting articles saying the mortgage rates were declining. What? So in my confused state, I called an expert. Meet Tammy Stowe. Tammy is a loan officer with Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group and has been in the business more than 15 years. So I asked Tammy, why are the mortgage rates coming down if the feds raised that benchmark rate? And she replied that the benchmark rates is the Fed-controlled rate that the banks charge each other to borrow money overnight, and that those rates affect your buying power on the street. So it affects your credit card interest rates or your car loan interest rates, but that the mortgage interest rates are more closely tied to mortgage-backed securities, or MBSs, and then the treasury bonds. So when a lender originates a mortgage, that mortgage can be turned into a MBS and sold to investors who want to earn interest on that mortgaged debt. So if you've ever bought a home and then 2 months later you get a notice that you're going to be paying your mortgage to a new company, that's what's happened. Your mortgage debt has been sold in an MBS. So it's a very common practice. It's how the market works. And when we have a market like we do right now, there are more investors buying MBSs because it's a more stable investment, which in turn reduces the mortgage interest rates. What I have been seeing since the June rate hike has been more buyers have been priced out of the market because of the interest rate hike, only because it's messing up the DTI, debt to income ratio. You can watch this information here. And with the still increasing home prices here in the Charlotte region, it has definitely put a halt on some of the demand from those first-time home buyers. But that just means that there's more inventory on the market, and that the market is slowly starting to turn those housing prices around. I've been working with a community hero and have made an offer under list price by $10,000. The sellers countered, and now that buyer is under contract $5,000 under list price. A year ago, that would have been unheard of. So it's like that quote, question by Confucius, when is the best time to plant a tree? 10 years ago. When is the next best time? Today. Don't let the hype or the fear of the unknown hinder you. Educate yourself. Find experts that can walk the journey with you. The best time for you to buy a home is when you are ready. If you have comments or questions, feel free to call, text, or email me. My information is on the screen and in the descriptions below. Watch that next video that just popped up on your screen. Thank you for watching. My name is Mary Howard, and this is There Is No Place Like Home NC. Take care.